I don't know. I don't
There
know.
we
It's
go.
probably Gitter.
It's
It's like
probably Gitter.
it's the gerbil on Gitter. Right.
Happy Veterans Day,
Happy
everybody.
Veterans Day, you guys. My daughter's
And
home from school.
really?
Yeah, they don't go to school on Veterans Day here in Texas. I mean, in most places
Wow.
in Texas. I don't know,
I
maybe not in
honestly
all.
don't know if my kid has school or not. I mean, he's in bed still regardless, but I legit have no idea
You
if
don't
he's
know?
going to school. I don't. I
Really?
have no
Oh my
idea.
god. Yeah. Yeah, my girl is home. She's home, which is good because she had the flu earlier in the week. So she, you know how she is. And I was telling you, she's like, I gotta go to school. And I'm like, God, I can't believe she's
Calm
my
down.
kid. I'm like, just calm down and stay home. I mean, what is your problem? It's just school, you know? But then she like gave it the old college try. I went to school for like a day and then she's like, oh, I get to stay home tomorrow because it's, and I'm like, why? She goes, and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. It's Veterans Day. So yeah, so
Yes.
happy Veterans Day to everybody out there who is a veteran, who is indeed and in fact a veteran. We're
Thank you
thinking about
for
you today.
your service.
So
Thank you.
many
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you for
Yes.
your service.
Mhm.
You guys, okay, so much to get to. Let me first read you. I want to share with you this email that we got from Sheila Larson from Las Cruces, New Mexico. She writes, Dear Mock and Daisy, I want to start by thanking you for introducing me to Genucel's Cristal's microdermabrasion. I first tried it when they offered the free sample during your stay in Vegas. Remember when we did the live for our Instagram?
Yes.
And
Yes, I
it was a
do.
big giveaway. I've been hooked ever since. I suffer from dry skin that tends to look dull and tired. I'm 54 years old, but I do not want to look it. The crystals are like tiny beads of magic. I use it about once a week and it makes my skin feel velvety and smooth. Plus, it looks much brighter afterwards. She's totally right. A once a
Yeah.
week treatment with the crystals is amazing. And then she goes, and the scent, let me just say, I am tempted to taste it every time I open the jar. Same.
It's like an orange sickle.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
It is. It's so good.
Thanks
Mhm.
again for the suggestion on this and so many other great products. I love listening to you every morning while I get ready for work. It's much easier to face the day after seeing your lovely faces and getting much needed perspective and laughter, bringing it in from New Mexico.
That's so sweet. I love that so
Isn't
much.
that the greatest? I love that
That is
too.
the greatest. You guys, if you haven't found, I'm sorry, are you done with your, are you done?
No, I need to tell
I'm
people
sorry.
how they can get some crystals, which is one of the most
Tell them.
bestest products. And I think it is still part of the most popular package at genucel.com/chicks. So if you get the most popular package, they're going to throw in a complimentary gift set on top of that. They're going to throw in free shipping. And so just go to genucel.com/chicks, especially too, if you're thinking about a gift for a person in your life. Men can use this, women can use this, all the genders can use it, you guys. All of them. Whatever they say they
all
are.
two of them. All two of the genders can use it. True.
genucel.com/chicks.
/chicks. And if you guys have not found your people, we are your people. And so you should join one of our groups, either locals or Facebook. You can do that. Our Facebook group is fantastic. We have an insiders group that's awesome. And then we also have a group at locals. You can check that out. I don't think I've talked about that enough over the past couple weeks, but they're there and you guys can join them. What is the link for locals? It's chicksontheright.locals.com. I think that's what it is. Yeah, chicksontheright.locals.com. And then on Facebook, we have a Facebook group, but we also have an insiders
And the
group,
two are very different. In fact, there was a
Yes.
thing that took place yesterday. There was a woman who belongs to both who took a screenshot of like some people that were being mean to her and said, if this is the kind of conversation that takes place in the Facebook insiders, I'm canceling my subscription. And so I was like, what in the world? People in the insiders group do not fight.
No.
There are no fights in there. People love one another in there. And so I was like, I got to investigate. Well, I investigated, and that conversation was taking place in the public group, which is freaking bat crap, I must say. There's a lot of group stuff that goes on that is.
Yeah, there's some back crappery out there. So she was saying she was going to cancel her subscription to the groups page because you just leave.
To the insiders, she was like, if this is what goes on here, then I don't want to be a member. I was like, well, it's not. It's not what goes on in the insiders. The insiders group is so lovely to each other. I mean, it is the best group of people
Yeah.
ever, and so there is no fighting there, and so I just wanted
I
to make
feel
that very
like
clear.
our groups page can sometimes be like Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I'm sorry, not Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Flies. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, I haven't
Yes,
enough coffee.
yes. I was
But
like, right, I was tracking.
were you, I know you were tracking, but everybody else is like, what is she talking about? Yeah, it can get a little crazy because we can't control a lot of the stuff out there.
Yeah.
But the Insiders is awesome. So if you haven't found your people, check it out. I really think that you would be pleasantly surprised and very happy. You'd be like, ah,
Same with local supporters. It's the same
right.
there too.
So
Yeah,
check
for
that out.
sure.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You guys, it's been a morning. Okay. Like
Good morning, you guys.
when we get ready for our show, we do a little like pre-show stuff, but there's the two of us, we get ready. It's like I needed to give her a Xanax before we got on the show this morning. Cause there's, you know what I mean? Like I had to talk her down from a ledge. It's been a
I'm
morning.
still on it. I haven't
She's
crawled
still
down from that ledge.
right. I've got a rope tied around her waist. She's on the ledge. It's bad. It's really bad this morning with Mock because she's like, how are we going to talk about all this? Because I'm going to lose my mind with all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you should just sit back and I'll do a lot of the assessment of this Trump stuff, because I know a lot of you are going to want to come to the defense of Trump, but I got to tell you, I can't defend a lot of the stuff that is going on with him. And I know you want to volley it up there, Mock, but
well, I don't know if if everybody knows what happened last night. So I guess we can start with that, just the general summary. I will just say what happened, and then I'm going to let you do the talking on it because I will lose my ever-loving shit.
It's bad.
So
it's really bad.
I'll just tell you what happened, and then we can discuss, and I will try to remain calm. So essentially, he did he's got True Social. So that's where he releases his statements, and there is no character limit there. So his statements have all the words. And so he released a very long statement last night, essentially saying that it's because of him that DeSantis is, well, DeSanctimonious, he called him, is an average governor at best. And then the big kicker was that he basically said DeSantis would have lost if Trump had not sent in the FBI to stop ballot theft in the 2018 Florida governor's race. And so he's basically the only reason that DeSantis won, and DeSantis is only doing well as a governor because he has a good PR team. And so it was just this long rant, this tirade about how, basically just trashing the best governor in the country right now. And that's what he said. Now it's raising a lot of questions, obviously, because now people are like, what? There was, shenanigans in the election. Well, we need to go investigate that now, because no one ever questioned the 2018 Florida election until Trump just said that. So now that's a whole new can of worms that didn't need to be opened, but now all the worms are everywhere. So
yeah,
that's what happened.
Trump is a great president. He really was a great president. He is
Agreed.
he was great. I really enjoyed having him as president. He's a terrible ex-president. He's just awful at it. And he's just not gracious, and he's not able to just sit back and go, okay, now how can I help other people in the party? And how can I help my country when it is hurting? We're hemorrhaging right now. And our party is hemorrhaging. And he's not very good at this, you guys. He's not. For the first time, he's not good at, I don't think he's ever really been good at taking a back seat, but he's just not a team player, I think that's why he was really good at winning the first time, and we needed him to be there at that time. But he obviously, as evidenced by what's going on right now, he's just not a team player. This is not his forte. Is getting in line and being on a team and saying, okay, how can we do this together? This is not good. It's not good. What he should be doing is saying, okay, now how can this guy, obviously this DeSantis guy he's the new golden boy. And what can I do?
Him crazy.
It makes him crazy. But it's not like he would be out of the spotlight. He could stand next to him And I think Ron DeSantis would be delighted to have him do that. And I think he could stand next to him and he could be like, okay, now let's together, we could bring this country back to its former greatness. And they could do it together, even though I think Trump could probably not run for something. He could just help him, and they could work together in having DeSantis run for president, because he is the younger guy, obviously, and people really like him. And he's done a fantastic job. His record speaks for itself. Trump wasn't
calling
there.
him an average governor.
I mean, come on.
And then criticizing the way that he managed COVID. That was the other thing that this statement included, is a lot of ripping on DeSantis for how he managed COVID, which was insane, because he's trying to say that DeSantis didn't open up the state soon enough, when in fact he criticized Kemp for opening up Georgia too soon. So he's trying to have it all the ways. It's not going well. And in fact, there are people who are longtime supporters of his who are like, that was it for me. Like, I'm done now. And people that you wouldn't necessarily expect to say that are saying that. The vast majority of people are like, this is crossing a line. The fact that he will not postpone his Tuesday announcement, even though it can hurt Walker, which is a seat in the Senate that we desperately need. Trump doesn't care. Trump cares right now about apparently being coronated. He doesn't think he needs to run for re-election. He doesn't think he needs to debate anybody on policy. He thinks he just is entitled to the presidency again. And unfortunately, there are lots of his supporters who feel the same. They're putting him first, a man first, ahead of the movement. And that is not okay.
And those people don't understand. They obviously don't understand civics. I mean, they don't. They don't understand what the founders intended for this country. And I'm sorry, but shame on you, because you're putting a man before the country. I mean, it's like a cult of personality, man. Like, I wouldn't be okay with that on the other side. I'm not okay with it on our side. I'm just not. I'm thinking about my kids. Come on. Like,
I know. I hate this fight so much.
I hate it too. I hate it too. You got to think about what's right for the country. I mean, and this guy, listen, Trump, like I said, I liked him as a president. He was great. I was totally on the train. But this is not okay. It's just not okay. You got to call it out for what it is, you guys.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
I don't know what's going to happen with DeSantis. Like, I don't know. I hope that he just ignores it completely, because it is not worth feeding this monster. Like, in order to fight back or punch back, it would create a fight. Right now, Trump is fighting with a wall. Like, he's not fighting with a person, because DeSantis isn't picking this fight. All DeSantis is doing is like having enormous success and trying to lead. And so so far there's been no comment and no response. And I'm glad for that. And I'm hoping that it stays that way, because this is just freaking batshit. Everything that's happening right now.
Right. And I wonder what his kids think about it.
I know they're not saying a whole lot either, which is interesting.
They usually don't go against their dad. You know what I mean? They kind of fall in line to what their dad wants. And Melania, God only knows what's going through their brains. Cause like Laura Trump, is it Laura Lee at Laura Trump? I don't know what her,
Laura, I think, yeah.
Laura, Eric's wife, she's on Fox all the time. And so that's gotta be kind of bizarre for her. Because, I mean, obviously they're obviously pro-Trump, right? Obviously. But she has also said nice things about DeSantis.
And that's the problem, is that so many people who love both of them are now like, what the fuck?
What am I supposed to do?
Why are you doing this?
How am I supposed to handle this? Right. I mean, that there's a conflict of interest there. So are they just going to not have Laura Trump on Fox anymore? Because
I don't know.
This is the thing. I mean, this is like so bizarre. Like, he's put a lot of people, not just people like us, people who are in the party, people who are conservatives, in a weird position, because we're like, okay, we just want what's best for America, man. Like, if you could just calm down and just chill and not make it about you, that would be great. Because we're all just
possible. That's the one thing that he cannot do, is he just not have the spotlight. Thank you, C. Schomburger. Thank you.
He just can't get out of his own freaking way, man. Like, he just needs to stop with this. It's not about you. It's about the country. It's about our kids. It's about the future of America. It's not about you with some vendetta. We get it. You were wronged. We all get it. We saw it. But the best way to handle that is to win,
And we won't.
win.
I'm sorry, but Trump will not win against
He won't
Biden.
win.
He just won't. He's lost too many people now. And I'm so mad at him, but even I would vote for him again in a primary. And unfortunately, there are a whole bunch of people out there who are saying, I voted for him twice, never again, not with this, not after this, because this is unacceptable. This is pushing a boundary. He's lost me. And so you guys know how I feel. I'm not even there yet. Okay. And I can't stand what's happening. But if that's what's already happening, we will never win with Trump. And so I can't believe that this is where we are. We have our best chance of defeating Democrats in 2024 than we've ever had before. And we're going to blow it because this guy can't stop stepping on his own dick. Sorry, but I'm just very upset.
I mean, you're right, though. I mean, you're absolutely right.
Very
and
upset.
It's unfortunate because we do have really great talent. We have a guy that obviously has proven himself with a record. He's done the work, and it's, we're having egos get in the way. And it goes, listen, we've talked about it on the show a lot, where it's like people on the left are power hungry. Well, we're kind of seeing that on our side. And so if I call it out on one side, I got to call it out on our side, or else that would make me a hypocrite. So yeah. I'm seeing it on our side. It's not okay. It's just not okay anywhere,
It's not okay. And people, again, who were longtime supporters of his are now, checking out, and they're over it. We'll play a clip from Winsome Sears, for example, who Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, and I love her. I mean, what a badass woman.
A class act who puts America first, right?
Right, exactly. And so she's got something important, I think, to say about leadership. But before we get to that, I want to make sure that everybody knows if they're struggling with a person's Christmas shopping, right? If it's like your mom or your aunt or somebody like that, and you're like, how am I supposed to buy for this person? I don't even know. Cozy Earth loungewear, super, super nice, super luxurious, super upscale loungewear. And I'm telling you right now, women love loungewear. Daisy and I literally lived in PJs the entire time we were on vacation, our work vacation.
We're like, we have to go out. Oh, crap. I have jeans on. Yeah, I know.
And there's just nothing like lounging in really well-made loungewear. And that's what you get, because Cozy Earth uses that bamboo viscose material, which breathes in this way that also temperature regulates somehow. So if you're hot, it like fixes that. If you're too cold, it fixes that. It's like magic. And so you can get a 35% discount on the loungewear using code CHICKS at cozyearth.com/chicks. So check it out. If you're really struggling with the gift, that you will never go wrong with that. You just won't.
And then also go to our website at chicksontheright.com. Check it out today. I'm sure there's going to be lots of stuff there today. For sure.
Yes, there will. And thank you, Jessica Simon. Thank you very, very much for that. And also, after you get a Cozy Earth, like beautifully wrapped gift for your loved one, your special person, also throw in some heat holder socks in their stocking. And then you've got like the best Christmas ever. Heatholders.com/chicks.
Yes, do it.
All right. Let's play Winsome, shall we?
Yeah. I think you should. I know you hesitated to do this, and I encouraged her to do it. But I think
I know how you guys get all mad at me, but it's like people are like, you're buying into the media narrative about Trump. No, I'm not. I'm just listening to the words coming out of his face. There's no media narrative.
And this is Winsome Sears. I mean, this is somebody else. And
she's a whole other person.
And she she liked Trump. She's a Trump person.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. All right, here she is.
When we look at the mission, and as a Marine, we're looking at the mission, and the voters have spoken, and they have said that they want a different leader. And a true leader understands when they have become a liability. A true leader understands that it's time to step off the stage, and the voters have given us that very clear message.
So does that apply within the Republican Party, Lieutenant Governor, to Donald Trump, that it's time to step off the stage?
Yes, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And indeed, that's where we are today. And as I said before, America is the prize. Why do we want to win elections? It's because we've got to learn to love each other, live together, govern together. And the voters are saying enough is enough.
So,
yeah, I think they're just tired of the drama.
Yeah,
I'm so tired.
And you know who's loving this the most is Democrats.
Oh yeah, they're eating
the left
it up with a spoon.
The left is just loving this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're eating it up with a spoon, and they're going to take it and then they're going to run with it.
Yeah,
you know. So it's like that's why I was hoping that he would be like, okay, let's basically walk arm in arm and do this together. You'll be like the young guy, I'll be the older guy. We'll work together, and we're gonna and then we'll be unstoppable. And that's not what's happening. Instead, it's like we're fractured again. Once again, we're fractured. Super,
and it's
fractured.
for no reason. It's just for no reason at all.
Yeah,
because if Trump did get behind DeSantis or literally an entire nice deep bench of Republican folks that are up and coming, that are ready to take the party forward, ready to beat the Democrats, we would be unstoppable. But completely. He can't get out of his own way. And the biggest proof to me is that he's still doing this big Tuesday night primetime announcement. And I'm just like, I mean, you guys, we may not win the House. Okay. Yeah. We are right now facing the possibility of not even winning the House. And so we've still got a Senate race to worry about in December with Herschel Walker. That is going to be key. We're still waiting on ballots to be counted in other states. Freaking Arizona. What a mess that place is. Nevada. We're still waiting. And this announcement is so poorly timed, and just more evidence that the only thing that matters to Trump right now is Trump. That's it. I don't know how people aren't seeing that. This is not about country anymore. This is about the man. And that is it. That is his only focus. And that's not okay.
Yeah.
Not okay.
I had somebody just said, I just saw somebody in the comments say, can we just move on, please?
Okay.
But listen, this is the problem with Republicans. They want to ignore what's actually going on. They want to, this is the thing. This is what's wrong with us. Is
Trump bashing? Seriously, Maria? Why don't you tell Trump to stop bashing the most effective government or governor that we have in the country? The most effective GOP leader in the country right now is who is being bashed.
Right.
If you have a problem with bashing, take it to your boy Trump, because that's who's starting it.
And this is the problem, is that people are like, I don't want I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal. Meanwhile, we may not get the House. We may actually lose it. I mean, you guys, this is why we lose elections, is because we just can't deal. Like, okay, thin-skinned everybody. Like, this is why. I mean, like, buck up. This is this. Everybody's right. Like, have some skin in the game and deal with the fact. This is why we talk about this stuff. We have to deal with it, and then we have to figure out how to fix it, and then fix it. And
I feel like if we don't talk about it, I mean, I'm happy to see all the people that are like, okay, this is not okay. That's what I'm hoping, that enough people are saying that, enough people will be saying that maybe the message will get to him. Because if we just keep ignoring it and acting like he's our Lord and Savior, that's bad. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's exactly. I keep seeing everybody saying, move on, chicks, move on. Okay. Well, we'll move on, and we'll talk about something that's a lot lighter, and that's fine. But just recognize the fact that this is the biggest issue right now. It's the biggest issue. And if we don't deal with it, well, welcome to Crapville in our country, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So, okay, we'll move on.
Meanwhile, we have Kamala Harris, who apparently is so, like, I don't know is it socially awkward? Is it unself-aware? Is it all of the above?
I think it's all of the above.
Yeah, because you all remember that moment when she and Joe won the presidency, and she made that phone call. I don't remember where she was, but she made that phone call, and there's that video of her going, "We did it, Joe."
Yeah, she was like outside. It looked like she was jogging or something. It was really bizarre. Yeah.
So people have made fun of that for the past 2 years, right? Like, that's one of those moments of hers where people don't I mean, that was a moment. Okay. Well, she apparently did not get the memo that people make fun of her for that. And now she thinks it's like her cute little like trademark thing. And
Yeah.
she's doing it again. This is what she said on video in front of a crowd when they're taking credit for Democrats not being the victim of a red wave. Here's what she did.
You did it, Joe.
Oh my God. She's going to talk about Venn diagrams next. Seriously. She's gonna, honestly.
Like she doesn't get that she was the butt of the joke.
Uh-huh. No, she doesn't. She doesn't get it.
God.
And then with the cackle, and she is a, God, she's just a walking caricature, that woman.
Right?
She's a walking meme, you know?
She is a walking meme.
She is.
She's
The worst.
ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on in Arizona, because we're not going to know what the count is until possibly mid next week. All of the people in charge of elections there are like, this is just how Arizona's elections have worked for years. This is not new. This is just how we do things, which is the whole problem, right? Which is why Carrie Lake is like, if I get elected, the first thing I'm going to do is freaking fix this nonsense, because it's a dumbass way to conduct elections.
And it's also a lie. It's also a lie because they worked at one point.
Well,
seriously.
I don't think there was ever this. I don't think there was a counting problem because they didn't have this kind of turnout. They didn't have this kind of closeness in the races. And so it was never paid attention to as much as it is now. It's possible that they've always counted this way, but it's not working, and they need to fix the system because it doesn't work. And so the guy that they are interviewing about this is like, he's just ridiculous. He's like, well, there's a lot of, I's to dot and T's to cross. And it's just ridiculous how they're talking about it as if it's not a complete sham. Look at this.
When do you anticipate the votes will be counted in total, those 400,000 plus votes?
Well, we will be going into next week. There's some onesie twosies, again, pursuant to Arizona law, but I think that we'll see the lion's share here wrap up by early next week.
Oh my God.
Early next week, can you give me a day? Are we talking Monday? Or we
maybe as long as
all the catchphrases,
twosies.
Yeah, all the crisscross applesauce, all the onesie twosies, all the. I mean, my God. It's
my God.
That guy was like, he must have, it must be a transplant from like Minnesota that went there, because he doesn't sound like he's just like some Arizona dude. That's just the most bizarre thing.
Onesies, twosies. We got some onesies and twosies to get through first. What in the world?
They worked at one point. That's the thing. They did work, and now they're not. And there's a reason why. I don't know what that reason is specifically, but they're not working now. And ultimately, Katie Hobbs is responsible for that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's odd because she's running.
She's in one of the races. Yeah. Also, we should point out, because I don't want to forget this, that a federal judge has ruled that the student loan forgiveness program is unconstitutional, illegal. And they have immediately said, Department of whoever takes care of student loans, you got to shut that down. And now Biden's administration has said, we're going to appeal to the Fifth Circuit. And so this isn't over, but this has been the biggest strike against the program yet. And so it's not looking good for the student loan forgiveness program. Hopefully it finally gets its way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says, of course it's unconstitutional, you idiot. And then they end it and we can be done. You know what'll happen? Biden will take credit for getting back $600 billion. He'll be like, look, I got $600 billion back. So we're in good shape now. He'll credit himself for that.
Totally. Yeah. Now they haven't given any money out, have they?
Oh yeah.
So they've actually dispersed checks. They've given checks to people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if they say that's unconstitutional, are those people gonna have to give the money back? How does that work?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Do we get a refund?
I don't know.
This is the thing. Do American taxpayers ever get a freaking refund from these freeloaders? This is
well,
what I
and then
want
there
to
was
know.
a survey that was taken of all of the people that were going to be recipients of that student loan forgiveness, because all the White House has always said from the get-go, these are people that can't start families because of their loans. These are people that can't buy homes because of their loans. They asked all the people, what are you going to do when you get the money? And they're like, I'm going to eat out more. I'm going to like, you know, go out and take more vacations. That's
Right.
what they're spending the money on.
I'm going to the Bahamas.
It's just so.
Meanwhile, the people, yeah,
Oh my God.
meanwhile, those of us who are, you know, footing the bill aren't.
Yeah.
Jerks. You know, it's like, I swear to God, that's what, I want to know if we get a refund. Like, somebody needs to answer that question. Some jack off in the federal government needs to tell me if we're going to get a refund. I want to know. No one will ever answer that question because it's like an endless supply of money. Endless supply.
We just keep doling it out. This is the White House. Our money.
So sick of these people. Yeah.
It's infuriating. All right. Do we want to watch a little clip of how dumb Justin Trudeau is?
Always. The manlet. We always want to see a video of the manlet. He's the original manlet.
The original manlet for sure. So Justin Trudeau got his, I don't know, like his 19th booster. I've lost count of how many booster shots Justin Trudeau has received, but he went in for another one. And I want you to pay attention to the people in the background. It looks like he's in a little clinic maybe, or maybe even a pharmacy, like a convenience store pharmacy. But he's all masked up, right, to get his booster. And then so look at the people behind him that are working, and then watch what he does after he gets the booster.
I'll take some Tylenol before going to bed. That's been my trick so far. That's it. All right? It was a pleasure meeting you, sir. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for all your work. Really appreciate it.
See all those people back there? They don't have masks on.
None of them have masks on.
And now he's taking it off so that he can talk at the press.
So I'm really happy to have gotten my booster shot for COVID today. It's really important that we all keep up to date as the weather's getting colder, as we know flu season's kicking in.
I mean, what?
What a complete manlet. I'm just waiting for
manlet.
I'm waiting for him to grow horns, you know? Like I'm just waiting for that day. That guy. He taught Gavin Newsom how to be a manlet. Like he's the original.
Yes. Oh my God. It's perfect that they're friends, right?
The two of them.
So perfect.
Yeah. They like go out and they have cosmopolitans together. That's what they do.
Thank you, Tim Hickson. Tim says, this is my annual Happy Vets Day to the chicks, true veterans of fighting the good fight. Thank you both. And thanks for signing my books at Camp Tono, U.S. Army Vietnam 70 to 71. Thank you, Tim, for your service and for that super sticker and for mentioning Camp Tono, because you know what? I should put the link for tickets here in the chat in case people are still looking for tickets. I just posted it in the chat. So if you still need a ticket, there are some available. And I wanted to mention, one person was talking about the fact that people should know if they're making flight arrangements to Arizona, that Mesa is like they fly with Allegiant, like Allegiant flies into Mesa, which is also right there. So if it's too expensive to fly into Phoenix, she suggested that people check out flying into Mesa through Allegiant because the rates are much cheaper. So I wanted to put that out there and make sure that people knew that that was an option.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted
Monty, I think that they do drink chocolate martinis together and they have their, they have their pinkies out. Their pinkies are out. Right.
Oh my God. And then they discuss ascots.
Right. And they discuss Real Housewives shows. They talk about the Real Housewives. Lisa Rinna's a bitch. She's a bitch. She adds.
A couple other headlines that we wanted to mention. Facebook laid off 11,000 people earlier this week. And in fact, there was one married couple that you saw that got featured.
Yeah, they're trying to make us feel sorry for these people. And I mean, it always is sad when a married couple gets laid off, right? I mean, it's super sad. But it's interesting to me because you don't see this with other companies, right? I mean, I I'm supposed to feel super, super sorry for Facebook employees and Twitter employees. But like, did we feel sorry for other companies when they laid people off? And did anybody feel sorry for all the conservatives that lost their livelihoods when Facebook was squelching them for years? We saw so many people that, basically do what we do, lose their businesses and their livelihoods because Facebook was like, oh, you're conservative. We're going to go ahead and we're going to squelch you for no reason whatsoever. And you have no recourse because this is our business model and we don't like you because we're liberals and you're conservative. So we're going to go ahead and ruin you now. And we saw a lot of people lose their life. Lose it. They lost their businesses. And and what are they supposed to do?
Let me just, before it goes away, I want to be able to read Shannon's super sticker. Thank you, Shannon. She says, love you, my morning heroes. And FYI, Fetterman's neck is Kamala's Venn diagrams.
I think they're all stored in there. They're all just
did you see my name today? There's a reason for that.
Fetterman, right?
There is a reason for that we'll get to shortly.
Yeah.
Also, the Oregon governor's race, I was all like bent out of shape about that and watching it, thinking, praying, hoping that the Republican would pull it out.
Yeah,
they did not.
No.
So, nope. The new Oregon governor is a lesbian Democrat. So, congrats to Oregon for another job well done. Good job.
Yeah. There. Awesome.
There's a 63-year-old woman who is just now coming out to say that Warren Beatty raped her in 1973.
Okay.
Can we just not?
Why? Why are people just doing that now?
I don't
what is
know.
It? Is it like that therapy where they make you go back into your memories and like, is that the new thing?
Maybe maybe it was a repressed memory.
I guess. Yeah. This is what it's like, all the rage. This is the thing. And then you're like, oh my God, that happened to me in 1973. And now I have to, it's not, the statute of limitations. Even if she wanted to press charges, she couldn't, right?
No. And so she just wants to trash his name. He's probably close to 80 at this point.
He's going to die like any day.
Why are we doing this? Why? I'll never understand it. Never understand it.
Dumb.
Also, does anybody know what happened to monkeypox? Because remember when that was a thing?
Right. For like maybe 2 weeks. And you're right. That's a great question. It was all over the news and then it went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know what? I saw something on Twitter about that today and I was like, that is a great question. Where the heck did monkeypox go?
Mm-hmm. It's a really great question. It's whatever they want to put in the news, right?
Yeah. That's exactly
we're so like, what do they want to talk about next?
Mm-hmm.
Monkeypox and then not monkey, then it's gone. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. But now I see at least a couple times I've seen where they're doing all these Chinese viruses again. They're testing all these viruses. They're making them in labs here. You know what I mean?
This seems like a terrible idea.
You think? You think it's a terrible idea? Like, you think we would have learned the first time not to do this, and they're doing it again. I swear, people are such morons.
Who said that? That was the greatest line. Somebody just said, people are pronouncing monkeypox wrong. The K is silent.
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't give whoever said that credit, but that was a great line. That was a great line.
So very, very true.
Before we get to WAC, and I know I need to share my screen for
Cash. I'm sorry. Somebody asked what's wrong with Cash. He's having a dream, you guys. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Yeah, you can see his legs flailing in the background. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So before we get to that, I would just like to take a tiny moment of personal privilege, if I may, and marvel about modern medicine, because my mother, my sweet little bird mom, had a hip replacement surgery yesterday morning and was home in the afternoon walking. You guys.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I just can't even believe it. Like, that's amazing to me.
It is amazing.
She's almost 80. She's almost 80.
It's remarkable. Because what was it? I had my spinal fusion in 2015. And even since then, they've improved all of those surgeries. Because I wasn't walking for like 2 days when I had that done. I was on a walk. Yeah. And they say that even those surgeries have come such a long way. It's remarkable what they can do in medicine. Crazy. I mean, the fact that you had heart surgery and like the next day you were working that day.
I was home that day. Yeah, I was home.
Yeah.
I was home in a few hours.
It's remarkable.
It's incredible. Anyway, I just
Yeah,
wanted to say that. And then I'm going to show you the whack of a before. So this is a normal looking person. Tell us about her, Daisy.
Yeah, this chick. She's addicted to lip filler. This is my whack today. I don't understand this obsession with wanting to have these gigantic lips. And I blame the Kardashians because I blame pretty much all of the cultural demise and the fact that Western civilization is going to crumble on the Kardashians. Most of our problems I blame on the Kardashians. But look how pretty she is. She's pretty.
And
right?
It looks like she may have had a little filler in at least the top in this photo.
Yeah, and also in her boobs. Like she has
Right.
filler pretty much like in the top half of her body, which, okay, that's fine, whatever. Like that's enough. But then if you look at what she's doing now, and she's going to get more. What
even is that?
She's a circus freak show. And she's like, I want to have more. So like these women,
oh my God.
And you can always tell when they have it done, right? You can always see. And I feel like,
I don't know. I would see this and I'd be like, did she or didn't she? Maybe she got stung by tracker jackers.
It was all the tracker jackers. Yeah. But
oh my God.
She just is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's it's like,
God.
But I mean, even if you watch like a lot of those shows on anything on television now, like all of these chicks look alike. They all have the weird lips and the faces that are like shiny and don't move, And this is the standard of beauty now. It's just so strange. I don't understand it. It used to be that women actually aged. And I guess men are doing it too. I was going to say, why aren't men doing it? But I think men are getting they're getting injections and fillers and all sorts of crap too, but they may not be getting the big lips, but that's like coming, right?
Oh my God.
Probably
and apparently I'm looking at the very bottom, there's comments on her Instagram because of course now she's got a gajillion followers. And one person commented sexy and another one said, lips look so poppin'.
Yeah, like they are going to actually pop. Like they'll pop. And it's like, I think it's the same thing that's in Fetterman's neck,
Oh my God.
The same stuff.
It's not okay.
No,
it's not okay.
None of it's okay. None of it. Just age.
And she's only 25. So
my God.
She's going to die if she keeps doing that.
I didn't see the age. Yeah, she's going to die. Oh my
She's going to die. I know.
Just don't do it. And God, these girls, they started earlier and younger, and it's just they look ridiculous. We know girls that are like conservatives that do this stuff, and they're like, look at my filler.
It's preventative.
I just don't want wrinkles. Oh my God, stop it. Just stop. Okay.
You guys, hopefully you have ordered your Bone Frog coffee and you are recognizing how absolutely delicious it is. bonefrogcoffee.com. Also, your TikToks today are working. So I'm very happy to report that whatever was going on yesterday is fixed. The TikToks are working and they are brought to you by our good friends at mypillow.com/chicks. So make sure if you still need stocking stuffers, you got your heat holders, you got your Bone Frog, you got your MyPillow. There's so many different ideas that all of our sponsors can give you when it comes to making sure that your Christmas Christmas gifts are on point. So check them out, mypillow.com/chicks. All right. The reason for my name today as Fettermock is because John Fetterman has a TikTok.
Oh my God.
And you guys are you are not going to, this is just so awful. He is literally a monster. Okay. He's a legit monster.
Right.
Look at this.
Who will be the next senator? Who could be the crucial 51st vote in Washington? Will it be John Fetterman or TV star Dr. Mehmet Oz?
Hit me.
Who will be the next senator?
That's real. That's a real TikTok.
51st vote in Washington. Will it be John Fetterman or TV star Dr. Mehmet Oz?
Hit me.
Who will be the next senator? Who could be the
Congratulations, Pennsylvania. Seriously.
Him.
Yeah, he is a monster. He's a complete and total monster. He's lurch. Yeah, and the guy yesterday who's like, "Oh my God, you're gonna make fun of a disabled guy." Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
we are.
I'm an ableist or whatever ish you want to call me. Come at me, brah.
Oh my God, that I can't believe that the Pennsylvanians wanted Sling Blade for their senator, but that's what they got.
Yeah,
That's what they got.
I hope his wife enjoys the pension that we're giving her. Unbelievable.
Okay, now obviously I have tons of animals to share with you, but Superfan Sid sent me this hilarious TikTok earlier this morning, and this is worth sharing.
When I was your age, I already owned a house. Yeah, because it cost $6. Your down payment couldn't buy a Frosty at an airport Wendy's today. The last time houses were actually affordable was when college degrees were actually useful. Have you doom scrolled Zillow lately? I don't know if that's the price of a house or if the realtor's cat walked across the computer and sat on the zero key. The only way to own a house now is to patiently wait for Mr. Beast to give you one. By the time I was your age, by the time I'm your age, the sun will have exploded. So who needs a house?
I love that guy.
Isn't that so great?
It's so
Oh my
true.
God, I died.
It's so true too. So ridiculous. Houses are so ridiculous.
Now some of these you've seen before because I showed you these when we were on our work trip. But this one of the donkey and the duck, you guys, you're gonna laugh at the first part, which is the donkey, but just keep in mind there's a whole story here. Okay, so make sure that you pay attention to the full story. I mean, when donkeys fall over,
Right. It's funny. It's funny, but you better not laugh if you're a duck. You better not.
Don't make fun if you're a duck. That's not
Don't
okay.
make fun.
You'll get eaten.
You're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
Also, this is the most epic dog flappy of all time.
I don't know. I think that's mean. I'm gonna cover Cash's ears.
Well, you need to get him doing it in slow-mo because that's what makes this so epic.
Yeah, that's really, it's good. There's a lot of face snot. The face snot is what makes it.
I mean, that was a lot.
The face snot.
Okay. Also, I love the guys on TikTok that do the amazing trick shots. Like, so they'll do whatever, if it's dominoes or if they're flipping bottles or whatever. The reaction to their own tricks is what makes them so funny.
So
Here we go.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
It's amazing.
It's so great.
Let's go! Let's go!
Anyway, I just love those.
I love her.
They are so good.
And I love her. Every one of them is, let's go. It's like, where are we going? Yeah.
Okay, last one. You have a choice. Do you want a precious otter or do you want like a really cool bird?
A precious otter, always. I always go for the otter over the bird.
Look how he wants kisses.
Oh my God.
I mean, he literally asked for them, you guys.
It's a she. It's a she.
She asked for more kisses.
Her name is Olivia. She's that noise. What is that sweet noise?
Why can't I have one? I have a bathtub.
I don't know. She's very, very sweet. Are you gonna get up? It's Friday. Come on.
You gotta say the magic word.
We're gonna bring it in. Come on, we're gonna bring it in. He's so tired. We're gonna bring it in. You gotta say hi.
Bringing it in, Cash.
We're gonna bring it in, Cash. You gotta say hi to everybody. You gotta say hi to the people. Oh my God, you gonna flap? Oh, there it was. There was the flap. There it was, and a big yawn. The flap and a yawn. Are you going to say hello again? No, he's not going to say hello again, but he said hello once.
Cute.
So there you go. You guys, it's the weekend. I can't believe it's already the weekend.
I need it. This has been a couple of days that I could have done without.
Yeah, I think we all probably could have done without these days. Oh, look, Astrid wants to say hello too. So she's going to say hello too.
There's Astrid.
There she is. Okay, she was feeling jealous.
Is she
You
a
guys,
flapper?
she's not really a flapper. She's more of a, I'm going to just forage for food. Whatever you've got in here, I'm going to eat it. She's more of that. So, okay, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Let's try to make the best of it. And hopefully everything will change. Every single thing will change by Monday. Okay.
Happy Veterans Day, everybody.
Yes. Bye, everybody.